What's up guys, welcome to this video. So today we will be learning about zip files and how to crack password protected zip files. So zip file is a common file format that is used to compress one or more files together into a single location. Zip files work in much the same way as the standard folder on your computer. They contains the data and files together in one place. But with zip files, the contents are compressed, which reduces the amount of data used by a computer. So how zip files work? Zip files encode information into fewer bits by removing redundant data. So this is a lossless data compression algorithm which ensures that all the original data is intact after the compression. What are the advantages of using zip files? First, a zip file saves storage space and increase the efficiency of your computer. It also an effective way to improve file transfer with email. So you will zip multiple files together into a zip file and then you can share it with email in a compressed zip format. You will be able to send email faster and in the smaller files. Furthermore, the zip file format will encrypt your data. That we will see how we encrypt our data with zip file and how it can be cracked. So in short, it's a simple way to maximize the efficiency of your file handling. So what are the disadvantages of zip files? There are a range of potential issues associated with zip files that include file size limits, file type limit, corruption, and mobility issue. One of the many disadvantages associated with zip files is compression limits. Some files cannot be compressed much more than they already are. This is especially true for MP3 files and JPG files. So if you frequently work with videos and image files, the zip format won't help you. Mostly cloud storage may be the better approach to store or share your files depending on your needs. So let's get started with how we can create a zip file first. So I'm going to this YouTube folder in Python. I'm going to create a new folder named Python scripts. Let me open this folder. Here, let me create a new folder with let's say files, and inside files I'm going to create one more folder called input. So here we'll create a file, maybe confidential, sorry, not folder, file confidential.txt. This is the confidential data. No one should be able to view this. Create this file, save it. So with this file, we are going to create a zip file. I'm using this WinRAR. You can download it freely available online. Add to archive. I'm going to choose this zip file format, and I'm going to set the password to encrypt it. The password will be password for now. And okay, so this created our zip file. So if we open this file, you see this is password protected now. I'm not able to get my data here, and if I try to protect it with Windows, it will again ask for the password. Okay, so it gives this folder, but there is nothing. Let me remove this folder. Okay, so that's how we can create a zip file. Let's go back. So I created this many folders because we are going to open this in our VS Code. So let's set up our Python project once with Python MV, NV, VENV. Let me zoom it. Let's activate the virtual environment. So I'm going to go to VENV scripts and then activate. So you can see now our virtual environment is activated. Let's create a file named the zip file py. Okay, so for this we already have our input file that we are going to crack, but we also need word list. Let's create a one folder for our word list. So this is the file we are going to be cracking, and we will need a word list. So let's download rocku.txt. That's rocku.txt. So you can see, okay, it's downloading. Rocku.txt has been created with over 10 million common passwords so that we can use. So let me copy it from here to our Python scripts, files, and the word list. So you can see we have our word list ready. Okay, let's get started. So first thing we need is import zip file. Next, we will need tqdm to show the progress. So let's install that. Pip install tqdm. Okay, so that also we are going to import from tqdm, import tqdm. Okay, so how we are going to go is, first we are going to initialize our zip file, then get count of number of passwords in word list, then we're going to loop over the word list and check if the password is valid. Okay, so let's start it. First, initializing our zip file. So that would be, first let's give the name for input file. Input file is our dash files dash input dash confidential dot zip. Okay, and next would be our word list file, that would be also dash file dash word list dash rocku.txt, right? So next is initializing our zip file. So that would be zip file is equals to, we already have our zip file dot zip file. So this is a function from this zip file module, zip files dot zip file, and that would be our input file. Okay, so this object is our zip file object. Next is counting the keywords. So file data equals to open word list file as RB, then password count equals to then length list of file data, and then we are gonna file data dot close to just be fine. Let's remove data from there. There's no data there, right? So we got our password count. Let's print it once. Run this is Python zip file cracker.py. Run it. You can see this many passwords are available in our rocku.txt file. You open it, the big file, so you can see this many passwords are available in rocku.txt. Most common passwords. Okay, so next is we have our initial. Next is we will going to loop over our word list. So let's open our word list first. So we are using here with open. So anything we provide inside this with open will run until the file is until that file will be open. So after you go out of this with open, right, so file will be closed. You will not be able to access that file object. So let's go for password in loop with tqdm, so we can show our progress bar. That is our file, and total would be our password count, right? Password count. So we will be looping through our password. So let's go try an accept block. Passing it for now. In accept, I will be continue if there is any issue, and in else we will see. Okay, here I think we will be able to find our password. So valid password found, that would be password. Okay. So in our try block, what we will do is we already have our zip file object created. This zip file, right? So zip file equals to, we don't need any equals to it. Just zip file, zip underscore file dot extract all. We have a function that takes a password, and we know our password is password. Let add a strip to it. So if there is any PRIP, right? Deleted something. Okay, I deleted the accept block. Okay. So how it will go now is, we are going to open our word list. We are going to loop through it with the tqdm. We will check if we can able to extract the file. If yes, then we found the password. If no, then we will continue. Okay. And if at the end we didn't found the password, so we'll print here password not found. Try another word list, like that. Okay. In this word list we didn't find the password. Yes, it's fine. Let's try to run it now. Okay, it's keep on running because after we did not stop it. Let me stop with Control C. So after we found the password, we should just exit out of our program. And exit code 0. Let's run it again. So it shows password found, password, and it comes in this format. So let's decode and strip it. Run it again. Okay, decode is a function. Sorry. So valid password found, password. So password is the password we kept for this one, and it doesn't show correctly, I guess, the formatting. It found at the third password. So you can see in raw queue, we go up. Okay, this fourth password is our password, right? So it found it really soon. Okay, let's try to make it, because I think the speed is high, so it goes off another loop until we print. Okay, let's do one thing. Here let's create some password found equals to false, incorrect password equals to byte array, because going to get the byte data. Okay, so when we found the password, so password found will become true and correct password will become password. Sorry, password. So after ending the loop, here we don't need to exit out, then we can break out of it. So after ending, we can add if password found, then we can print this out. So this correct password variable I've created, because you see this password variable we don't have access outside this loop. So here we'll go with correct password, and if password is not found, we'll again go with this statement. So that should be it. Let's run it again. Yeah, we can get it now like this. Valid password found, and it shows this IT. Okay, so this is the TQDM interface. It shows us how many there is total, how many we have gone through, what will be the estimated time, and what will be our speed. So for our speed, we can add one more parameter here. That would be, I guess, title, no, unit equals to passwords. Okay, so when I run it, now you can see it shows this is the speed password per second. So that is fine, but we are able to get this password so soon. So let's go to rockq.txt. Let's change our password to this. So this is at 1 lakh something. It will not instantly finish. So again, go back to this confidential. Read this one. Let's create a new zip file. Creating a password. Okay. So let's create it. So you can see we have that password. If we use that password, we will be able to get it, right? Okay. So let's try to crack this one with our Python zip file cracker. So you see it didn't finish instantly. Shows how much time it will take to go through all the files, what is my current speed, and how many passwords have gone through. So we've already gone through 90,000 passwords. So it should be coming right about now. Yeah, we got our password. So we can now use this password. So every time we are calling extractor function here, so these files get automatically extracted here in our root directory. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below.